Song of the Avatar, Part 2 of Chapter 18, Compassion in Action. In an earlier scene from the Mahabharata, Yudhishthira finds his 4 brothers, including Arjuna, lying dead beside a small pond. The 5 Pandava brothers had been living in exile for many years. After running out of drinking water, Yudhishthira sent his brothers out, one at a time, to search for a new source of water. When none of the brothers returned, Yudhishthira set out to find them. A crane in the pond begins to speak. All 4 of your brothers refused to answer my questions before drinking this water. Because of this refusal, they have died. And if you, Yudhishthira, choose to answer my questions, you may drink as much water as you would like. Refuse, and like your brothers, you shall die. Ask your questions. I will do my best to answer them. What is it that is swifter than the wind? The mind. What is more numerous than the blades of grass that cover the earth? Our thoughts. What is the most valuable thing that we can possess? Wisdom. What is the one possession that we do not even think about until it's gone? Health. What is the highest form of happiness? Contentment. What is it that once gotten rid of makes a person wealthy? Greed. What is honesty? The ability to see every other living thing as yourself, with the same will to live and the same fear of death. What is it that creates the desire for possessions? Possessions themselves. Who lives in hell while living on earth? The wealthy, who neither enjoy themselves nor give to others. Who is truly wealthy? Those who have love, kindness, and honor possess riches more valuable than rooms full of gold or jewels. One last question. What is the greatest wonder of all the wonders in this world? The greatest wonder is that we live in this world surrounded by death, who takes countless lives on a daily basis. And yet we, the living, remain fully convinced that death could not possibly be coming for us anytime soon. The crane found Yudhishthira's merit to be worthy, and returned his 4 brothers to life, so that they might all continue their long journey to the battlefield of Kurukshetra, where 2 opposing armies are now waiting for Krishna and Arjuna to conclude their discussion. In the ancient days, 4 distinct groups were formed as the basis of India's social order. These 4 groups were designed to represent all the different goals that people have in life, based upon their dominant gunas. The group at the top of the social order was composed of those destined to be priests, teachers, and doctors. The nature of this group was to have self-discipline, patience, humility, and wisdom. The second group was made up of those who were strong and courageous. Leaders and kings were part of this group, as well as the warriors trained to never back away from a battle. The third tier of the social order consisted of merchants, farmers, and artisans. It was through their collective vision, skill, and creativity that all the groups were housed, clothed, and fed. Unskilled laborers made up the 4th group. It was often through their physical toil that the materials offered by the 3rd group were produced. As originally designed, individuals could freely choose to move from one social group to another as they evolved karmically. A laborer might develop a talent for art, or a merchant might find that they had a calling for the priesthood. But over the centuries, the social orders became more rigid as personal choice was replaced by political convenience. The social group that one belonged to was determined by birth rather than interests, talents, or inclinations. And this unfortunate corruption of the social order has led to immense suffering throughout the land. The important point is that every lifetime is shaped by the interwoven threads of the three gunas, tamas, rajas, and sattva. In the fabric of each person's being, there will be a predominance of one type of thread over the other two. Each thread, as we have discussed, is a type of energy. Tamas is inertia, the energy of no energy. Rajas is self-directed energy. Sattva is other-directed energy. Try to do that which brings you joy, Arjuna. The social order says that joy, for you, is in being a warrior. But what if your heart tells you that joy lies in self-realization? Follow your joy, and the pieces of your life's puzzle will fall into place. In whatever you do, be aware of your attitude. This is spiritual discipline, and by your example, you become a teacher to those around you. One who has attained self-realization becomes an instrument of divine reality. The obstacles of ego, emotions, and sensual desire will be removed so that the higher self can be revealed in all its glory. This is the unitive state, experienced as the timeless peace of pure being, infinite consciousness, and everlasting joy. When this state is reached, there will be no break in consciousness in the transition from this body to the next. Arjuna, make every act an offering to your divine ideal. Remember your higher self in everything you think, do, and say. If you act with love, patience, and kindness, you will be acting with compassion. To act with compassion is to honor the divine spirit that dwells within all hearts. With discipline and attunement to the higher self, you can overcome all obstacles. You will understand the purpose of every mistake you've ever made. All of your choices, good and bad, have been driven by your karma. Learn to work with your karma, make wise choices, and you will evolve more quickly toward the ultimate goal. By this wisdom, Arjuna, you shall be transformed, and your transformation, in turn, will transform the lives of those around you. Everyone in the universe of mind and matter is living on the wheel of life. This wheel is like a carousel. At birth, each person chooses their mount: lion, eagle, ram, bull. There are many types of mounts to choose from. Each person's choice is based upon their karma. The mount itself is Prakriti, the mind-body complex that is made up of the interwoven threads of the gunas. The mounts move up and down as the carousel spins around and around, carrying each rider from birth to death. The carousel is managed and operated by time, and time is a thief, slowly robbing us of our youth, our health, and the people and things that we love. To be continued.